It's day 22 of the Walk Off Your Weight series, and I've got a great squat-free cardio walk for us with no equipment. Let's go! All right, Killer Bees, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving, and that means that we're getting started with our warm-up. Those are some arm circles with eye knees. Eye knees? No, high knees. You guys, welcome to the workout. Apparently it's going to be one of those days where I don't know what I'm talking about, so wish us both some luck. I'm Paula B, your best middle-aged fitness friend. Sometimes I can talk, sometimes I can't. Sometimes I get really excited about workouts. In fact, every single day this month, while we are walking off the weight in the month of January, I am very excited about all of them because they are also perfectly moderate and enjoyable and fun, and especially every day, but really today we are going squat-free, lunge-free cardio all the time, which is, by the way, my jam. You know, we talked about it yesterday, how much I'm enjoying strength training. I enjoy the pace. I really do, actually. I have learned to enjoy the pace of both cardio, which is my natural love, and slower paced things like stretching and strength training, because I notice that when I balance them out, like we are doing this month, that I feel better all the time. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. So you guys, here's what it looks like today. I have a super fun one planned for us because they're all super fun, obs. But today I've got the handy dandy gym boss set for intervals of 40 seconds and 20 seconds. For round one, because there's going to be 2 rounds, for round one, the 40 seconds is going to be just a nice walk. You can walk, you can march, you can do whatever feels good for you. The 20 seconds is going to be all low impact cardio moves. Absolutely no jumping today, no transitions to the ground ever, but also no squats and no lunges, which is very exciting. Then on round 2, we're going to make it a little bit more challenging. And the point of that is really so that you can get an idea of exactly how much challenge is good for you, for where you are right now. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes. When I mix things up, when I make some of the workouts a little bit harder or a little bit easier or a little bit whatever, really it's all to help you figure out what your moderate is. So when on round 2, the 40 seconds is the low impact cardio and only the 20 seconds is walking, you're likely to feel a little bit of a difference. And that way you can figure out how to moderate your pace to make the whole workout moderate and work for you. My friends, let's go ahead and get walking. I'm so excited because I always am. So we're starting with 40 seconds of walking right now. We're just going to find like a really nice gentle pace while we get going, because truly the first couple of intervals, they're always kind of just a little bit more of an extended warm-up. We never have to jump in and go crazy. In fact, we never jump, but we never have to just go crazy right out of the gate. We are getting plenty of work to meet our weight loss goals, no matter how fast or slow we go, unless we go too fast. Hey, our first interval is going to be Drinky Bird Jacks. Yes, I did that to us because I'm getting it out of the way. Right here up front, Drinky Bird Jacks. Our hands are doing jumping jacks. Our lower body is doing, I call them Drinky Birds. It's essentially a one-leg deadlift. Here's what I want you to think about. You're pulling your one leg up back behind you in order to tip your body forward. So you're not just bending forward at the waist and your leg is kind of flailing around. Your back leg is really moving this motion. When it beeps again, we're coming right back to walking. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Even though I got the worst exercise out of the way, here we are back to walking. If there is an exercise today, I mean, I've kept it squat free and lunge free. I anticipate that some of these are going to be tough for you, but they all they all might be relatively doable. Some of them are going to be more doable than others, but if there's something that you don't like, just come on back to walking. When in doubt, walk it out. It's always my motto, because as long as you're moving, you are getting the real benefit of today's cardio. When it beeps again, okay, we're doing airplane arm side taps. So we're going to have our hands out to the sides like airplanes. And as we are tapping from side to side, we're going to move our airplane arms, one up and the other one down, the other one up and the other one down. I was cracking myself up when I made this one up, you guys. I love to just dream up new exercises, partly because I love to dream up new exercise names, and this one made me laugh a whole lot right back to walking. The next one you will probably recognize. It's can-cans. We've got plenty of time before we get there. I'm thinking ahead to round 2 when the walking is going to be a little bit shorter. Right now, this pace actually feels pretty doable for me. How are you doing? Are you noticing that the 20-second intervals are a little bit tougher because we're moving our body more in different ways. We get our hands above our heads. That's when it really starts to bring up your heart rate. Starting to notice that is a really important part of your fitness journey. So anyways, can-cans is coming up next. So it's a knee and a kick. So we're going to one knee, one kick. On the other side, one knee and one kick. You can get your hands into this one if you want to. Again, kind of playing with your heart rate, noticing how it feels. Is it going hard? Is it going pretty easy? Is it like tough for you? Is it nice and moderate? That's what we're learning how to pay attention to. Right back to our nice walking pace here. Now here's the thing that I noticed on my journey to moderation. I didn't know what it felt like. And for the longest time, it always just felt way too easy. I kept thinking to myself, as I know some of you are as well, well, okay, that didn't really feel like a workout. That didn't really feel like enough. I'm not drenched in sweat. It wasn't crazy difficult for me. When it beeps again, by the way, we're doing toy soldiers. Going to have both hands up overhead. Going to reach your opposite hand down towards your opposite knee. And I have come to understand that is just what moderate feels like. That is what my brain offers me. Here we go with our toy soldiers. That's what my brain offers me for this kind of work. It feels pretty gentle. It feels pretty doable. It feels amazing when I'm done. I got my endorphins going. When I run my watch, I notice, or even sometimes when my old watch used to, here we go back to walking, my old Fitbit used to auto-recognize activities. My heart rate was exactly where I wanted it to be, which I know I get asked this question all the time, by the way. There's not like a number. It's something you will learn to notice and recognize for yourself over time. There is a pretty big range of what is going to feel moderate for you. Start noticing the numbers and the feeling. When it beeps again, by the way, we're doing walking stars. So that's where we step forward, put up one hand, step forward with the other foot, put up the other hand, and then walk it on back as well. And we switch leader legs every time. We're picking an apple and we're putting it in our pocket. But the thing about, here we go, walking stars. Pick an apple and put it in your pocket. Awesome job. The thing about that thought that this was too easy, that I'm not doing enough, that I must need to do more, I must need to feel very sweaty, I should get a hard workout. Here we come back to walking. Those are all just thoughts. And this is the thing that took me the longest time to figure out. This was simply a thought that my brain was offering me as though it was a fact. It sounds so truthful in your head, right? It absolutely sounds like, oh, but I have to believe that because I heard it in my head. That's like saying I have to believe it because I saw it on the internet, my friends. That's how truthful sometimes your brain is not. You guys, when it beeps again, we're doing letter K's. We're going to have both hands up overhead. On one side, your body is going to form the letter K when your leg kicks out and your hand comes down to the side. And on the other side, it will not. By having your hands up over your head for this entire interval, you might start to notice that your heart rate comes up. When your hands are up, your heart rate comes up. So you might want to go a little bit slower. Now here's the thing, if you are coming at this series from a place where you've actually never exercised before, here we go back to walking, you might have a really different sense of what is moderate, what is too much, what isn't enough, what is enough, all of those kinds of things. And I want you to know that no matter what you hear when you're done with a workout, unless it's something like, wow, you did a great job and I'm super proud of you, you should really, really take it with a grain of salt. And you should really examine and be skeptical about what you're thinking about your workout. When it beeps again, we're doing push, push. Okay, so sometimes we do this as a push, push, crunch. Today we're doing the really simple version. We're just pushing to the side and pushing to the side. So push, and then the other side, push and push. A little bit of side motion and side motion. I actually really like this version. For years I've done that push, push, crunch, and I've gotten used to it. I like it. I like doing the thing where we swing our hands over our head. But this one feels really groovy. Kind of feels like I'm dancing, which I don't normally do. Well, that's not true. We're walking again. I do dance, just not really on camera. I'm not an especially good dancer. I don't really have very good rhythm. So you'll never find me doing some kind of dancing cardio, just so you know. You can ask, but I will never deliver on that because it would be embarrassing for both of us. Okay. Anyways, coming up next, it's our final exercise in round 1. It's upside down jacks. So we're going to start with our hands up over our head, and when one, or actually both hands come down, hands are doing jumping jacks. When your hands come down, one foot is going to take a big step out to the side, and we are actually going to really transfer our weight over to that side and then back. That's what makes this exercise, I mean, aside from having the hands over the head, but that's what makes this exercise kind of difficult. We're actually getting in a little bit of like lower body toning here with this big step out. It's almost like a lunge. Really got to use your core. Think about where your body is when it beeps again, my friends. Okay, here comes the transition. So this is 40 seconds right now. When it beeps, we're actually going to stay walking before we move into round 2, because round 2 is where the walking interval is the short interval and the other cardio is the longer interval. So let's take a little assessment right now. Like, how do you feel? How does your heart rate feel? Do you feel super sweaty? Do you feel out of breath? Do you feel like it's too easy? I will tell you, if you are an experienced exerciser or an inexperienced exerciser, if this feels too easy, it's perfect. Okay, I almost started moving again, but here we go. This is actually still our walking interval. Tell you what, this is why I use the timer, you guys. Like Pavlov, must be time to do something new. When it beeps, we're going to do 40 seconds of drinky bird jacks. So really kind of get your mind and body in the right place to do those drinky bird jacks again. Hands up overhead, where hands are doing jumping jacks. Lower body is doing one leg balancing at a time. You are getting to wherever you can get to. This is meant to be cardio right now. So don't worry too hard about coming all the way over. Don't worry too hard if your balance is not amazing. Go wherever you can get to, keep your hands moving, and make sure that when you're coming in and out of this pose that you're not twisting your leg to the side. That is probably the most dangerous thing about drinky birds, really specifically, is because you are balancing on one leg and you are really off balance by tipping your body forward. As you come out of it, if you torque your knee, here we come back to walking. If you like twist your knee to the side, that is the place where you could injure yourself. Something I'm always aware of during these workouts is just how much we need to be really thinking about where our body is so that we can keep ourselves safe. This is always meant to feel good. Oh my goodness, we're doing airplane arm side taps, which I got started on the wrong way. Here we go. I totally forgot that the walking interval is short now. I was just talking like that was going to be 40 seconds, but here we go with the airplane arm side taps. I will keep myself in check now for round 2, you guys. We're tapping from side to side. One arm is going up. We can make airplane noises if you'd like to. Totally up to you. It's always optional, but you know what? When in doubt, why not have some fun with it, right? You guys, this is why I love the moderate pace. Honestly, this is the thing. Here we go back to walking. The thing that I love about moderation, it's so much more fun. It's so much more fun than knocking myself out, working so hard that I can't breathe. Okay, I'm gonna get myself ready here. When it beeps again, we're doing can-cans. It's a knee and a kick on one side, and then a knee and a kick on the other side. And depending on where your heart rate is, here we go with that knee and that kick. You might get your hands moving a little bit. You might get your hands moving a lot. You might keep your hands down to your sides. Totally fine. If your brain offers you a thought that you should be moving faster, you should be doing more work, you should be sweating harder right now, you can just take that as a thought. Your brain has offered it to you like you're at a restaurant and here's the things on the menu. One of the thoughts is that this workout should be harder, and another equally valid thought is that this workout is perfect. Why not choose the thought that feels really good? To me, the thought that feels really good, let's come back to walking. The thought that feels really good is the one that this workout is awesome because I'm having a good time. When it beeps again, we're going to do toy soldiers. Hands are going to be up overhead, reaching your opposite hand towards your opposite kicking foot. I think I got started on part of a conversation where we were talking about if you came at this from the other direction. Here we go with toy soldiers. If you have never worked out before, Honestly, this should still kind of feel like not very much. And that is my fondest hope for you, is that you finish every workout thinking, gosh, that wasn't too much at all. Because if you do think, oh, that was a lot, that was tough, that was super sweaty, sometimes that can feel really empowering, like, oh my gosh, I am so strong that I totally made it through a really difficult workout, and that is pretty exciting, and you should definitely pat yourself on the back for your effort, for your time, for your work. Here we go back to walking. But there is that risk, if you do too much, that you could injure yourself, that you could burn out, that you would not be able to come back to it tomorrow. Finishing a workout and thinking, that was just right, there was not too much there. When it beeps again, by the way, we're doing walking stars. Here we go, walking stars. Step it forward, step it back, pick an apple, and put it in your pocket. Changing later legs every time means that this is a workout for your brain as well as your body. A little bit of coordination today, but again, not too much. Finish the workout feeling like I could actually do almost every single exercise. I could actually follow with most of those movements most of the time. Not necessarily the pace. You make the workout work for you as far as your pace and your moderate, but the movements themselves, putting your hands up, putting your hands down, that kind of thing, moving your body forward and then backwards and then coming back to walking. Lots of thinking to be done here while we're learning how to exercise. If you are new to exercise, there's a lot going on sometimes. Giving yourself the grace to feel amazing about your workout in a way that, like, that wasn't too much. I could totally come back tomorrow. Oh my goodness, we're doing letter K's. You guys, I get so involved in telling you that you could feel amazing after your workout that I totally forget about the actual workout itself. Here we are with letter K's, both hands up overhead, which means that I should really slow this down just a little bit, because when I get really rocking on it, my heart rate comes up just a little bit higher than I'd like to for a nice moderate workout. Kicking out one foot at a time, making the letter K and not K. K? Nope, other way around. I used to ask this on camera all the time about which one was the letter K, and I think, if I remember correctly, it's the one where I'm standing on my right leg. So this one, maybe? I don't know. Right back to walking. You know, there is enough work for my brain in other areas of the workout. That is not one of them, you guys. When it beeps again, I'm going to tell you now. When it beeps again, we're doing that push, a little bit of lateral movement today, because we do have a lot of front and back. I like to make sure push and push and push and push. I like to make sure that we get a nice balance of lateral motion too. I do get asked this question a lot about, is it actually okay to just be walking in one place? And it absolutely is. Your body can do anything, truly. And there will be trainers who tell you, oh no, you have to move in different planes of motion. And it's a good idea to get some variation in your exercise, but it's not automatically the most important thing. What you need to be aware of if you're going to do one thing over and over for a really long period of time, coming back to walking here. For example, if you're going to be only walking for a very long period of time, or running in place, or doing something very repetitive for a long time, you do need to let your body build up and acclimate to it. When it beeps again, we're doing those upside down jacks, and my friends, this is our last exercise in our last circuit. Both hands up. When your hands come down, one foot steps big out to the side. Whoo, doggies. And I will tell you, you already know, but I'm going to tell you anyways because I love to say it. The next time it beeps is not the last time it's going to beep. We will be done, but we will not be finished. We are going to do 20 seconds of walking, and I do suggest that you take it down a big notch because I do have some super fun balance work for us for our finisher. You guys, Remember how we started this workout and I was like, yep, we're gonna get these drinky bird jacks out of the way, and that's so exciting. Here we come down to walking. Well, we're finishing the workout the same way we started when it beeps. We're gonna do drinky birds, like actual drinky birds. We're gonna do them all on one side for 40 seconds. It's a lot of balance to think about. So let's just go ahead and get ready for that right now. And we're gonna pull in our core. I'm gonna start with my left leg. You can start with whichever one works. You're gonna pull that back leg up and you're gonna tip it forward wherever you can get to. Maybe your foot's 1 foot or 1 inch off the ground. Maybe it's a foot off the ground. Maybe you're all the way parallel. And then we're gonna come on back up. We're gonna think about coming up as slowly and carefully as we went down. It's actually the most important part. This is what we were talking about torquing your knee. You want to make sure that you are just as careful coming out of this move, which means that you should only get over as far as you can come out of carefully. Don't be a hero and come all the way down into a drinky bird if you can't come out of it without falling. Let's go ahead and come back to walking. I knew we weren't going to get very many done. That was the whole point. We're just thinking about really being in our body, practicing our balance. Now, I should have mentioned it, and I apologize. You are, of course, welcome to hang on to something too. Whatever you need to do to offer your brain the thought that today was super successful, because my friend, it absolutely is. Here we go on the other side, thinking about keeping both of those hips pointed forward and then down, keeping all of your toes pointed forward and then down at the ground. Wherever that back leg can pull you up to, that's how strong your glutes are, and that's how far over you can come. Really depends on your balance, depends on your core strength, depends on your glute strength, also depends a fair bit on your flexibility. When I first started doing these, I could barely come forward at all because my hamstrings were so tight, the backs of my legs. Now, they're still tight, but I've learned, that was it. I've learned how to do those a whole lot better, you guys. That was awesome. No matter what your brain would like to tell you right now, let's cool this down with some arm circles. You are very, very welcome to think that that workout was perfect. Because it felt kind of perfect, right? It was a little bit sweaty, it was a little bit challenging. Your heart rate came up, absolutely, but it wasn't too high. It was just right. You can get on with the rest of your day, and you can come back tomorrow and do another workout, because tomorrow I have another great workout for us. You know I do. Let's go ahead and open it up. And right now, I do have an extended cool down for you. Here on screen. You can do a little bit more. It's like 6 minutes more. It's really gentle, and it's some more walking and some more stretching so that you can really get your body feeling very, very good. Oh my gosh, and I forgot to tell you, as we close this up, give yourself a hug and a pat on your beautifully sweaty back. Super, super proud of you. On the other side of the screen, of course, I've got your daily reminder, the 5-0 method, the 5 things that we do every single day to lose weight. And make sure you click that subscribe button before you go, and I'll see you tomorrow.